Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts, Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert, Adam Duran, answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
How is the world of local search engine optimization going this week?
It's going gangbusters as usual. I was not, so I had to take a little break because I had the flu or something and my voice was gone. So thank you.
COVID.
I don't know.
Like symptoms?
Who knows? I don't know. I didn't go to the hospital. It's okay. I recovered.
Anymore? Okay.
No. Anyway. So we're going to continue today on our series of 5 ways to dominate local search in 2023. And I'm going to start with, if you didn't hear part 1, go back and listen to part 1. Here's part 2.
All right. I have my notes ready.
Of those 5 ways. Okay. So today we're going to talk about citations. Do you know what a citation in the world of websites is?
I was going to say as a Chevy Citation, but that's a pretty bad car. From the 90s, I think, 80s.
Well, I don't know if it's probably on the internet somewhere, but no, this is for local business owners. Citations are links to your website from other websites. Pretty simple concept.
Yep.
Pretty simple concept, right? So a citation can be in a number of different ways, but from basically the very beginning of Google, this was one of the big ways that Google would decide the authority, how trustworthy your website is how many sites are linking to it. So if you have, say, for example, like Yelp.com, okay, or any of the big websites, they probably have millions upon millions upon millions of websites that have links to Yelp on their website. So they are super strong, that domain. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So as a local business, one of the ways that you're going to dominate your local area is to get your link on as many websites as possible. Now, there are a bunch of caveats of that. Okay, so don't just turn off the podcast, go to Fiverr and buy, 1,000 links to your site, because that's not what I'm saying. Okay?
You're saying use ChatGPT. Got it.
There is a portion of this. You will use ChatGPT later on at the end. But make sure when you start your local business, you have your website, right? And you have your Google listing. That Google listing is going to have a link to your website. Boom, there's one. Another one, you're going to start a Yelp page. That's a local directory. So you're going to have that for your business. It'll have a link to your website or the location of, if you have a business with multiple locations, every one of those locations needs its own Yelp page. Okay. Makes sense so far?
Yeah.
So there are some big ones that you don't want to miss. Here we go. We got Facebook. We have Nextdoor. Apple Maps.
Oh.
Yeah. Bing. You want to register with Bing. You want to register with Yahoo. Instagram.
TikTok.
TikTok is okay. Another one is YouTube. Have a YouTube channel. So these are all places that will link back to your website. Remember, that's the big difference here. You're not putting links on your site to all of these. You should, definitely, but just not random businesses or random links on there. You want links to your website on these other platforms, okay?
Okay, yep.
A Twitter one would be awesome. Some hyper-local ones. So your Chamber of Commerce, join that Chamber of Commerce. And the reason is because you'll get a link. Chamber of Commerce websites are historically very, very highly rated domains. And so you want to have a Chamber of Commerce link if you can. Now, then you're going to look besides the local ones. So you can have, if you have friends who are local, who have local businesses, like you're in a chamber or you're in a local networking group, getting everyone in that networking group on their website having a link to your site, that's great too. Okay, so that's a local, hyper local indication that you are a local business, and it'll help you dominate. So that's good. Next thing, to find these links or these directories, where you want to list your website, you can just go to Google and say, type in quotes, web citations for your industry, end quote. And that's what you want to do. You can just type in web citations for solar companies or web citations for dentists, and you'll see there'll be pages for each one of those industries. And those directories are definitely ones that you want to register your business with. 95% of them are free. You don't have to pay to register your business with them. Some of them are pay. So that's where you're going to have to make the decision if you're going to do it or not. How do you make that decision? You can look in your local city at your competitors' websites. So you can just search for your competitor's name plus city and see what web pages come up underneath their website. So they'll have their website. They'll probably have their Yelp page. If they're a contractor, they'll have Houzz. They'll have Angie's List. They'll have LinkedIn, maybe. They'll have all of Glassdoor. They'll have all of these places where those directories they've already been registered with them. So there's your list. Now you know where you need to do your business, at least those. If they're your biggest competitors, you need to do what they're doing plus more. Okay. Simple. That's a simple kind of basically it's a hack that anyone can do. You don't have to pay to find this out. You just listen to this podcast and then you'll do that. You go to those pages, create a business account, not a personal one. So that way you'll have a business access point to there. Okay. So now
yes.
Questions. Go for it, Jamie, if you have any questions.
Okay. You're saying to do the web citation for solar in quotes. Should you do that on all of the search engines or just Google?
Just Google is fine, because most of what we're talking about when we're talking about local SEO is going to be Google based. If you do it for Google, the other search engines are also going to pick up what you have done as well. So I made a mistake. Don't put everything in quotes on the web citations for your industry. Just type in web citations for your industry. Sorry.
Okay.
That was my notes. But remember, in each one of these, so if you go to Nextdoor and you create a business page for your local business, you're going to have your name, address, phone number, hours, what industry or category you're going to be in, and tons of photos. Okay, so that the photos that you're going to have, of course, are your logo, always in square format. Each one of these directory listings, each one of these places, everything is a little different. So that sucks in terms of sizing, and right? It would be great if they all have the same size. They do not. So use Canva, and you can just put your logo in there and then create different versions of it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the other thing is they're going to want a description of your business. Now, having the same description across all of these directories actually might hurt that directory listing being indexed by Google. So we always you can use ChatGPT, write one description about your business. That can be from your Google listing, one that tells where you're located, how long you've been in business, what you do, and who you serve. So those are the big ones, right? And just go into ChatGPT, say, hey, rewrite this in under whatever 500 or 650 characters and make it engaging. Give me 10 different versions. So now you have 10 different versions. Each one goes on a different directory. Boom. That, because each one is unique-ish, right? Each one is kind of unique or pretty unique. Then you can, then that will enhance the likelihood of that listing being indexed by Google and counting. So that's why I wanted to let you know there is a use for ChatGPT here.
Okay, great.
All right. Woo! That was it. That's all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, fast. I know.
All right. That
Time
is
flies.
really good. Okay.
10 minutes, man. I only got 10 minutes. I got to go fast.
Okay. Well, you did, and very helpful, very useful. We'll definitely. Okay. Well, then with that, it sounds like Sesame saying hello, and we will talk to you next week with another exciting, with the part 3, I believe, of Adam's how to have your business found on
5 ways
Google.
to dominate local search in 2023, Jamie. Come on.
Well, is that how many parts have we on now? This is a third.
That was part 2.
Oh my! All right, with 5-part miniseries.
That's right.
Coming on how to dominate in your local search area.
This one today is a real moneymaker. I know it might sound really boring and stuff. It's a lot of grunt work. So you can either pay somebody to do it, in your office. I would not recommend outsourcing it because there's always problems that could happen. So don't go to Fiverr for this one. Trust somebody close to your business to do this. And it doesn't take that long, but it can get tedious.
Okay. Well, and then with that, if you have a question about this podcast or anything else in search engine optimization, feel free to go to our website, magnifymedia.net, click on the podcast button, and then go ahead and enter that question. And chances are there's at least one or more podcasts that address that topic. And if not, go to our LinkedIn and Facebook page, send us a message, local SEO in 10. And then finally, make sure to share this information, this podcast out with any other business owner that you might know, whether in Chamber of Commerce or anyone else that says, man, I just cannot find new customers, or I can't get good customers. I can't get customers into my business. So this is a great way and a very simple way and very low cost way to get their business out there, to not only have them compete locally, but compete with some of the big companies as well. So with that, we will talk to you next week, and have a great week, everybody.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.